Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Aggor DragonCraft. It is adapting the old Aggor DragonCraft, taking in the new Full Metal Dragoon, which does a wonderful job. I still think this looks a lot like Heavenly Knight, to be honest. No matter how I look at this design, it's always what it looks like to me, but that's fine. Full Metal Dragoon, great card for buffing things with attack power, which in a Storm deck is amazing. And then of course, even with its evolve effect, getting assembly droids and things is great as well. Then, of course, we have Doting Dragoneer, a really solid card, gaining +4/+4 and summon a Fire Drake Whelp on Enhance, or during your turn, whenever an ally fellow evolves, summon a Fire Drake Whelp, which, honestly, that's the really great part about this deck. Being able to use it in conjunction with other cards really allows you to make it shine and get a lot of Dragon Whelp. Sometimes that's not always the best thing, but most of the time it's okay. So, we're going to get right into this deck and check it out. So the first matchup for this video is going to be against a Rune. Dragon versus Rune is one of my favorite styles of matchup normally, as it's a lot of fun. It can usually go either way very easily. But typically aggro dragon does have a bit of an edge to me, so not always the worst. So I decided to drop the Righteous to aim for something lower. Unfortunately I got Dark Dragoon, which isn't bad, it's just a little slow. It's more of a, hey, I'm going to win this game in the next turn or so sort of card, and not really a, hey, let's just play this on curve if I'm not already winning. So Dragon Summoner is good, getting more cards in hand of course is great, and Phoenix Rider Anna I think is actually the better card instead of Dark Dragoon, because it's such a pressure based card. If either player has a massive amount of board, it's absolutely insane. So Dragonite plus Disdainful Rend, really good to remove low drops like this, since we get a 1/2 out of it, so they all get to stay 1/2, which is good. I don't have to put any of them within a certain spell range. Turn 4 though is a little more awkward. We can at least wipe this out and set up the ward, which unfortunately was very, very fast. I didn't want it to be over that quick, but again, this is an aggro deck, this is what they do, they're extremely quick. But that is why for this video we've actually got 3 matches I think from memory, so we are going up against Haven next. I'm pretty sure we have 3, just off the top of my head. So Dragon versus Haven. Going aggressive, Righteous Dragoon, Poseidon, Dark Dragoon Forte, all not good cards to have in your opener, in my opinion. I'd much rather aim for these things like Goblin and Servant and things like that we end up getting. And White Dragon. Really want her ult because I'd love to use her leader. So turn 2, definitely going for Servant. Turn 3, we've actually already got to play with the Goblin and White. That could be really nice. Especially since Rune typically is on the slower side. We did get another Phoenix Rider, which is okay. Back to back is usually pretty decent for Phoenix Rider. So we're going to go all in on damage, as this is an aggro based deck. That is what you want to do. Elena's Prayer, so they're looking for buffs, and playing that on curve against an aggro style deck is an insane risk, to be honest. So I'm for the Dragon Summoner instead of the Righteous this time, and use the White Frost. We are going to get another 3 damage in, that's why I wasn't too worried about trading there. I didn't want them to buff that thing up, that was the real worry for me. Luckily they didn't seem to, which is great. And we're almost set up to go for a very fast lethal again with these Phoenix Riders. We just need to be able to survive 1 turn very easily, which considering our current hand is definitely not impossible. Since we are going to be able to just swing these all to face for 6 damage, bringing them almost to half their health with just 7 left. And a Phoenix Rider to take advantage of. We only need them to have an extra, 4 card total boost on the Phoenix, which considering we now have 6 play points, and we're going to be on 7, we can actually use our own Ivory, so realistically we only need 3 followers on board to get this thing to a lethal range. And actually, sorry, we do need more now because they did go of course for the healing. I did completely blank on that, sorry, but that does still put us extremely close. And if I had have thought about this a little bit better, I would have had lethal. If I had have actually played properly and wasn't completely stupid. I did end up getting lethal because of the Evo, but Dark Dragoon straight up with these Goblins with the Evo would have been exact lethal, so a little bit less risk involved. And for our last game, I believe it's going to be a Dragon versus Portal. I still don't see a lot of Portal players in Unlimited. I think it's because, you know, no one's really that comfortable playing Portal in Unlimited right now, other than the video I did recently. I definitely don't see as much compared to the other crafts. So Dragon Summoner, Righteous Dragoon, and Disdainful Rend. It's a pretty mediocre start for this deck. Definitely works better when you have a 1-drop to work with. And that's perfect. Ivory Dragoon. That's perfect. Ivory Dragon, draw a card, Overflow would be nice, but just getting a 1-2 on board in this deck is really substantial on turn 1. And we're actually looking at a pretty okay turn 3-4 sort of situation here. So now going for the Soldier. With Disdainful Rend though, that's going to be actually very easy to deal with. And Servant, even better. Drawing a Servant gives us actual use for Disdainful Rend other than just pinging a follower for damage. Getting the draw off it is amazing. Excel though is going to be rough. Anytime they can get really good value out of things like these Analyzings is dangerous for us. We just got to hope they didn't really hit anything useful, but there's another Analyzing. Come on, please don't have too many good cards. Ancient. God, it's getting rougher and rougher the more we see. Now they can go for Synthetic Being. Okay. That's okay. If they're going to stop there, I'm happy. So Doting, plus a Poseidon with Evo. At least allows us to put some stuff onto the board. I actually really don't mind this line of play since the cards here actually counter most of the drops pretty well. And it looks like they are going for the Desex here, which is really good for us because that's a loss in tempo for them overall. And since we got Full Metal Dragoon, this should be nice. He's actually going to automatically summon 2 followers here out of this, giving them both some buff. The only unfortunate part is that I really did need to trade him there, so I couldn't really take full advantage like I would like to, but we did get at least a decent board. And it's something that if they have to force trade into is going to be great for us. Alright, so now we are down to analyzing artifacts. Also, the longer they ignore our face, the easier it's going to be for me to play Phoenix Rider on a full board against artifacts. It's one of the big advantages of Dragon versus Portal is Dragon Rider gets all the bonuses from them as well. Okay, another Mecha Gun. See, they're going through their cards insanely quickly. That's definitely nice for them. So I kind of wish the Drakes would be summoned whenever any follower evolves. Gaining an advantage from your opponent's Evo would be really good. So we can actually go for Dark Dragoon. I probably could have went for the Phoenix Rider instead, but I feel like we're going to have better luck next turn. Since we already got the Ivory Dragon and they're going to lose their Acceleratium, meaning they're probably going to play another card. Or 2 cards in this situation. Fortunately, they ended up playing another Excel, which is a little bit of a downer, but we should be able to set up for an almost lethal. Not exact, but almost. I really don't want to have to deal with Machina though, as she at the moment is going to be the wild card, but with no Evo points, it shouldn't be a problem. So Ivory plus Phoenix. It's going to be a 5 boost, which takes us to 6, leaving them with just 1 health, and luckily for us, Dragon's Handspur is going to be able to get us lethal. The only risk was that they could kill us this turn, and without the Machina Evo, they really don't have much of a chance. So I'm really glad they wasted their Evos early on. Although these Excels are really good. If they had have actually managed 1 more of those, I would have been in trouble. We're just kind of lucky they didn't end up having that, missing out on that 4 damage. Very lucky in the end. But it all worked out, so that is awesome. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This deck is a lot of fun. I always enjoy the aggro dragons in particular. Anything that runs Phoenix Rider is always fun, because whenever you do find lethal, it's always a awesome time. So if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. You'll find the deck list in the description below. Until next time, see ya.